Welcome back to session 3, where we will focus on what mindfulness truly is. Hi, I'm Dr. Shauna Shapiro, and it is a joy to be here with you. First, let's begin by simply arriving here together, allowing your eyes to close and gathering your attention in the present moment. Arriving here in the body. Feel your breath. And just take a moment to let go of any obvious tension, softening the body 5% more. Arriving your full presence here with kindness and curiosity. And as you listen deeply, invite in your intention for this time together. Why are you here? What is most important? In what direction do you want to set the compass of your heart? Taking a few deeper breaths in and out. Arriving and settling the mind as we prepare for learning, setting the compass in the direction you want to head. And when you're ready, you can let some light back in through the eyes and stretch your arms above your head. Good. When I decided to focus my research on mindfulness, I was told it would ruin my academic career. Many of my professors said I should choose something less out there. 20 years later, Time featured The Mindful Revolution on its cover. The study and practice of mindfulness has blossomed, and mindfulness has found its way into nearly every facet of our society. Although research has demonstrated the powerful benefits of mindfulness, the recent interest has often led to its oversimplification and overcommodification. The danger is that mindfulness can quickly turn into a caricature of itself that loses its transformational power. This watered-down version of mindfulness limits its full potential and can lead to discouragement and abandoning the practice as not for me. This is why I focused a great deal of my career on developing a comprehensive and clear model of mindfulness that will allow you to harness its radical power to rewire your brain and improve your life. So what is mindfulness really? The first step is to understand what it isn't. There are a great many myths and misunderstandings about mindfulness. I'll talk to you about the ones I most often hear. Myth 1, I'm terrible at mindfulness. My mind wanders all the time. It's just not for me. The truth? Everyone's mind wanders. That's how the mind works. Mindfulness isn't about having a perfectly quiet mind. It's about learning to see the mind clearly, with all of its chaos, confusion, ideas, insights, hopes, and fears. Myth 2, mindfulness is just about present moment attention. Nope. If mindfulness were only about present moment attention, then a sniper could be the most mindful person in the world. Mindfulness is about how you pay attention with kindness and why you're paying attention. It involves your intention and your attitude. Myth 3, mindfulness takes too much time. Truth, mindfulness actually saves time. It increases your clarity, your attention, and your effectiveness to live moment by moment. When you are less distracted, you make fewer mistakes and save time. Myth 4, mindfulness makes you soft. Some clients tell me if I get too mindful, I'll lose my edge. In fact, mindfulness will sharpen your edge. It enhances your capacity for innovation, learning, memory. This is a chief reason why Fortune 500 companies and top universities have integrated mindfulness into their organizations. Myth 5, Mindfulness is passive and it won't help me change or make changes in the world. Truth: mindfulness is not passive or resigned acceptance. Acceptance is simply the first step toward change and growth. We must accept situations as they are. We accept situations as they are not because we want them to be happening, but because they're already happening. Through acceptance, we can see the situation clearly instead of getting stuck in denying or worrying or raging. When we see things clearly, we can respond effectively. Myth 6: mindfulness is just a stress management technique. Truth: nope again. Mindfulness is not just a practice for when life is stressful. It enriches all of our moments, big and small, good and bad. As you'll see, mindfulness not only helps us through tough times, but also increases and deepens our joyful moments. Myth 7: mindfulness is only for Buddhists. Truth: I've learned a great deal from Buddhist teachings, but I'm not a Buddhist, nor, with rare exceptions, are the people I work with. Although mindfulness has rich roots in Buddhism, it is ultimately a universal, innate human capacity that transcends religion and culture. Anyone can practice and benefit from it. Myth 8: mindfulness is selfish. Truth: some clients tell me it's selfish to focus on myself, but in fact, research shows that mindfulness makes us more generous, more compassionate, and better able to support others. Mindfulness helps us recognize our inherent interconnection with each other and all of life. As we deepen this understanding, we realize that we're never just practicing for ourselves, and that our practice has ripples throughout the world. Myth 9: mindfulness is just about meditation. Truth: mindfulness is much more than meditation. Although meditation strengthens our mindfulness, much like going to the gym strengthens our muscles, mindfulness is a way of living, not just a meditation practice. It can be practiced in every moment of our lives, like right now, as you're listening. So then what is mindfulness? The word mindfulness, sappajanya in Pali, means to see clearly. Mindfulness helps us see clearly so we can make wise choices and respond effectively to life. To see clearly, we must pay attention. Often you hear that time is our most valuable resource. It's wrong. Attention is our most valuable resource. Where we put our attention becomes our life. So the key to mindfulness is learning to train and stabilize our attention in the present moment. But that's not so easy. In fact, I've been speaking for about 7 minutes, and my guess is your mind has probably wandered off, perhaps many times. Don't worry, it's natural. Research from Harvard shows the mind wanders on average 47% of the time. 47%! That is almost half your waking life that you're missing. We get swept away by the future. What am I going to do if this happens? Or we get lost in the past. If only I had done that. We miss the present moment. So part of mindfulness is about training the mind in the present moment, stabilizing our attention here, now. And yet, as I noted before, mindfulness is not only about attention. It's about why we pay attention, our intention, and how we pay attention, our attitude. This is why my colleagues and I developed a 3-part model of mindfulness: intention, attention, and attitude. Intention sets the stage for what is possible. It guides the compass of our heart in the direction we want to head. Like the rudder on a sailboat, our intentions keep us on course, reminding us again and again of what is most important. And yet we forget so easily. Swept away by life's busyness and chaos, we lose touch with what is most important. remembering our intention puts us back in choice. It reconnects us with our purpose, which then empowers us to make choices that move us toward what we care most about. The second element of mindfulness is our attention. As I mentioned, our attention is our most valuable resource. We have so much choice where we put our attention, and mindfulness practice helps train and stabilize it in the present moment so that we can see clearly. An unstable mind is like an unstable camera. You get a fuzzy picture, says Chris Germer. So we practice present moment attention. We notice when the mind wanders, and just like we're training a little puppy dog, we gently bring it back. Stay, come back. The third element of mindfulness is our attitude. This is perhaps the most powerful and the most often overlooked. Mindfulness involves bringing the attitudes of kindness, curiosity to whatever we're experiencing. We're like a loving friend, welcoming everything. In fact, kindness and curiosity are woven into the very fabric of the word mindfulness. They are what give it its power for transformation. The Japanese character for mindfulness comprises two interactive figures. One is presence, the other is heart or mind. Therefore, an equally accurate translation of mindfulness is heartfulness. This underscores the importance of cultivating an open-hearted attitude as part of our practice. It turns out that an attitude of kindness and curiosity is directly linked to performance and well-being. Basically, it works this way. The brain is made up of 1 trillion cells floating in a chemical solution called cerebral spinal fluid. Thoughts, emotions, sensations are molecules interacting with each other in this chemical soup. Our attitude changes the chemical environment in which these molecules interact and connect. When the stress response is activated in the brain, it releases a cascade of sympathetic neurotransmitters such as adrenaline and cortisol. These chemicals, or threat hormones, create a stressed chemical soup in which molecules are being shaped. In contrast, an attitude of kindness and curiosity activates the relaxation response in the brain, which releases parasympathetic neurotransmitters such as acetylcholine, endorphins, oxytocin. Even if you're in a difficult situation, simply adding the resonance of kindness changes everything. These chemicals create a healthy environment in which you can see things more clearly, process information, and respond effectively. We become our own inner ally instead of our inner enemy. Think about how you would treat a young child in pain. Would you say, "Stop it, what's wrong with you?" Or would you embrace the suffering child and say, "Sweetheart, this is hard. Tell me about it, I care." This attitude of kindness, of curiosity toward our own inner experience is what allows us to change. Now, let me be clear. This doesn't mean that we sugarcoat our emotions or try to suppress them or pretend we're happy. What this kindness does is allow us to experience our emotions in a safe, loving way. By welcoming our experience without trying to change it, we actually change everything. It might seem surprising that kindness and curiosity can bring about great change, but modern neuroscience proves it. Studies show that when we are judgmental and shaming, instead of kind and curious, the learning centers of the brain shut down. They shuttle resources to our survival instincts and rob us of the very resources we need to effectively respond and change. In contrast, research shows that an attitude of kindness strengthens the learning centers of the brain, bathing our system in dopamine, one of the brain's neurotransmitters responsible for learning and motivation. This expands our perspective and opens us to greater creativity and resourcefulness. Research also found that when people are curious about a subject, they're better at learning and remembering it. This research is revolutionary, showing that the path toward change and happiness starts with grooving these attitudes of kindness and curiosity. So mindfulness then is all three elements working together: intention, attention, and attitude. Remember, it's not just a meditation, it's a way of being, a way of living. However, the formal meditation does help us strengthen our mindfulness so that we can practice it moment by moment throughout our lives. In the next session, we'll learn the formal practice of mindfulness. However, for now, let's take a moment and just let our eyes close and receive the nourishment of this session. Allow yourself to rest, receive all this information, and just practicing the three elements. Intention. What is most important? Where do you want to focus your attention? For right now, it can just be in the present moment. Attention, anchoring your awareness here. Noticing the body, noticing what's present. And then our attitude, bringing an attitude of kindness, of curiosity. What does it feel like to be alive right now? These three elements of mindfulness can be practiced in any moment. Intention, attention, attitude. And as you're ready, taking a deeper breath in and out, and reflecting on your one key takeaway, your one gold nugget you want to take with you, encode in your long-term memory. It could be the power of intention. It could be the power of kindness and curiosity, or that shame shuts down the learning centers of the brain. That kindness and curiosity turn them on. Writing down your one gold nugget, and then just taking a moment to thank yourself. Feel the wholesomeness of dedicating your attention in this way. Trust that the seeds you are planting will continue to grow. I look forward to continuing with you in our next session.